Hi, my name is Mark, and I'm going to try to give you some secret tips that I've uncovered that really help get you across the fretboard. And like some people have said, like I did for myself, break out of the pentatonic box. That is meaning getting out of just being only able to play a lot of cool riffs that you'll always continue playing, but trying to know more than just this box that most of us start out learning rock and roll with, because it'll get you by on a lot of rock songs. Well, here it is: 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 5. So you can get good at this scale, but you realize after a while that there is a point where there is only so much you can do with it. It lasts cool for a little while. It'll get some ears listening to you as you pick up a guitar, but after a while it seems like that's all you know, and it gets somewhat stale quickly. And some other guitars can come along and do some other stuff with a scale that suddenly makes it sound kind of like all of a sudden a lot cooler, and you like wonder, well, what the heck? How did you just do that with a pentatonic scale? You try to say, well, mixolydian and this and that, and you're like, okay, I learned a mixolydian scale one time, but it didn't sound like that, so I don't really get this. And you know, you just settle for this and go on. Maybe you learn a little more next week. And now you got this little part with it. But that still doesn't get you around the neck. It doesn't help you know when you're playing in a major sense. Those were just based on pentatonics, and but related to a D major. And a lot deeper than that, and a lot more music can be had. For example, you can copy that, but you won't know what the heck you're doing. You don't know why that sounded cool. And you want to know why, because then you can do that all over the neck and in any place and make any kind of song that sounds cool, cooler than just pentatonics. Add dimensions. So what helps you do that? You need a fretboard navigation system. You need some way to get across the fretboard that's easy to know and easy to understand, just like a navigation system helps you find different points around town in a busy city with a million roads. It helps you find that one point by giving you easy to understand directions. And roads are easy to follow because there's just a road. But this fretboard here is kind of open to all these different directions at once. And how the heck do you know which way to go and what the path is when in certain times, and why the path is different at other times? And oh my God, seems like a million notes here. But what I can show you is a way to organize it in a way that helps you get across the fretboard. Why haven't you known this already? Because what you find on the internet are these kind of charts here. Gotta make it quick. Okay, these kind of charts here, it'll help you see patterns. This one helped me find the pentatonic scale and see a root and a, oh, there's the flat third, okay, that makes sense, fourth, fifth, and on and on. But it didn't really help me connect the fretboard. Even though I was starting to see patterns emerge, oh, okay, look at that, hey, a pattern. But how did that connect? How could I just whip that out and remember it while I'm playing? I had some teachers try to show me in bits and pieces. Well, learn the Ionian shape and the Dorian shape and this shape and this shape and everything else, and that ends up getting confusing because you're using these modal names as shapes, which is correct, but it confuses you on what does it mean to play modally, and it doesn't get you across the fretboard. And this is all you find on the internet. And the reason being is because these bubbles kind of accurately represent, well, here, this note on this string, but they don't represent like the patterns, the concise patterns your brain really needs to connect all these without the overlap. and without the confusion. Well, here's what will. Drum roll, please. As crazy and boring as this seems, check it out. What is this? This is graph paper. This is a number 2 pencil. And if you're really cool, you can get some colored pencils. Yay! And with these colored pencils, you can make some cool charts like I've done here. And we're calling this Fretboard Navigation. I'm going to get into this on some other videos here. Just to quickly see, you can, your brain will automatically understand where to put its fingers. So at least for me, I saw this and I automatically knew, oh, okay. But what I've done with this drawing here is a starting on fret 5. Oh, let me get a little more clear here. Here's the all the strings: E, A, D, G, B, E. 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can write all the notes out if you want. Here we're on A. I initially did a pentatonic scale. Then I dressed it up to make it an Aeolian scale. And again, that name can be confusing, but we're going to get to the musical point of that later. And for the fretboard navigational point, wow, you can see how you can turn a pentatonic scale into something more, and there's more scales you can do this with just the pentatonic shape. I'm going to show you how to dress them up and the distinct parts that make that happen. And what this does is, this enables your fingers to take get this set up here again, the pentatonic shape, and know where the guts are quickly. That sounded a little more musical than just playing a pentatonic scale. That's just the pentatonic. If you add some other notes, starts to talk about some kind of emotion there. Starts to get a little bit deeper. And since it's generally, but not always, pentatonics can be major, I'm going to show you that. Since they're generally minor, and this is a minor scale, this kind of sounds a little bit serious or sad, versus a little happier. Well, there's your introduction into Fretboard Navigation series from me, and hopefully this is enticing you to watch the rest of these videos. This is going to take you across the fretboard, much like that. See you soon.